Hello and welcome to your morning cup of inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, a lot of people talk to us about our name, Fearless Faith. And it's something that Dan wrote about in the book and how this came about, how Beth faced death fearlessly. But we just added the word fearless to the faith. If without faith you don't have anything. But with fearless faith, these are people that they know that they know that they know. And that's what we feel like. We feel like we know that we know that we know. And the Bible talks to us about having faith. Over in Hebrews 11:6, the Bible tells us, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. It tells us right there, anyone who comes to him must believe, and it's impossible without faith to please God. We want to be pleasing to God. And so we want to have that faith. And it's that faith in believing and knowing that he died, that he arose from the dead, that he ascended into heaven for you and for me to prepare a place for us. Do you know who else had God's heart? That was David. You know, over in Acts 13:22, it says, after removing Saul, he made David their king. He testified concerning him, I have found David, son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. He will do everything I want him to do. Why did he do that? He had faith. David had tremendous faith. Now, one thing about David, I like to say, you know, I'm a lot like David. No, I don't mean as far as being a king and a warrior and that. But I try to have a heart like him to please God. I want to please God. I want to listen to everything he's trying to tell me, or that he is telling me, and that I'm listening for, and then I want to move on that. And I'm moving on it by faith, because I believe that he arose from the dead, that he ascended into heaven, and he's preparing a place for me. He died for my sins on the cross. I believe that. And I want to be like David that way. I'm a lot like David in that I failed tremendously in my life, just as David has. You keep saying, well, how can God or David's heart be, that of God after my own heart? Excuse me, how can David be after my own heart like God would say that? Because of how much he failed. It wasn't, everybody fails. We live in sin. We were born into sin. It's that David asked for repentance. I mean, he repented. He asked for forgiveness. And he did that with an open heart. He wanted to please God. He'd failed him. We all fail him. Boy, I know I have. But I've asked for that forgiveness. And I know that Christ has entered my heart and he's forgiven me. And I know he can do the same for you. And you can have a life like David too. You could be a child of God that he wants you to be. It's everything to me. He'll say that. It's everything to me. Because he does everything I want him to do. He listens to me. He prays, he seeks, and he finds. Hope that blesses you today. I look forward to seeing you again for another morning cup of inspiration. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful day.